Alright, hey everyone, how's it going? Sir here for another Princess Connect video. Today we're going to be doing another tier list video for the month of May. This is going to be the 1-star tier list video. Same concept as my 2-star tier list video. It's going to be SSS to SS to A to B to C. It's going to be the same exact concept, so higher you are ranked on the list, the better the character is overall. And then the lower you are, obviously, the lower the character is overall in terms of overall uses. So first things first, let's jump into it. And the first character that I'm going to be putting at the very, very top of SSS tier is going to be Kokoro. Kokoro, like, she only gets more powerful as time goes on. She's going to get her unique equipment and then her 6-star, and she's going to be even more crazier. But as a 5-star character right now, Kokoro has seen a lot of uses. She's used a lot in clan battle. She's used a lot in some arena comps. She's used sometimes even in dungeon battles or something like that. So she has a lot of uses, especially being clan battle and PvP and arena, which really have her main uses in there. And her being really powerful in there definitely deserves her this SSS tier spot. The next two characters are going to be kind of like supports / enablers. All the SSS tier characters are all going to be like support / enablers. So next character I'm going to be putting up there is going to be Yukari. Yukari definitely deserves a slot. She has a TP regeneration ability. She has insanely broken magical defense Union Burst. If she gets that Union Burst off, you're not going to be taking any magical damage. It's very strong against AoE attackers, very strong against Hatsunes, very strong against Anas, clan battle bosses that do AoE magical damage, or even like dungeon bosses that do AoE magical damage. She nullifies that completely. Very strong character. She also regenerates TP for your allies. Also insanely good, especially if you're buffing up like a insanely good 3-star character, for example, Ilya. It's just a strong ability, strong character. Her defenses are insane, so she can even face tank if you need a face tank. She has insanely high defenses at 5 stars. Even at 2 stars, she is extremely good, but definitely these two characters, I do recommend getting to 5 stars as fast as you can. And then the final character that is going to go into SSS tier is going to be Yui. Yui's basically going to be your best AoE healer in the entire game until more healers come around, like New Year's Yui. When New Year's Yui comes around and when Masato is able to get to 5 stars easier because of her hard mode farming, Yui does kind of fall off a little bit. But for now, Yui at 5 stars, her healing is absolutely insane. She can heal like as my 4-star Yui, she can heal for like 6.8 thousand healing or something like that. It's ridiculous. She heals for so much amount of your health that basically if you get hit with a Union Burst from an enemy in like a dungeon fight, she will heal that all the way back up. Now, she only really sees her main uses inside of like PvE content, as I said, dungeons or main quests or hard quests. She doesn't have any other uses outside of there. She does buff your physical defense as well, which can be really useful. A physical defense buff to all of your allies. But I don't think that like she has like an insanely high spot in PvP. Like I never see her used in PvP and arena. I don't see her used in clan battle much. She might see some use in there, but I don't see her in there used much at all. For the most part, it's just normal quests and hard quests and then dungeons. But she's still definitely worth it, as she is an absolute insane healer, and she pretty much keeps your entire team alive so that your team's able to do enough damage and to take down the dungeon boss, the hard quest stage, or whatever have it be. And then we're going to move on to SS tier. Now, the first character I'm going to be putting up here is going to be Hyori. Hyori is pretty insane. She's at 5 stars. She rivals Kyori. She's insanely high damage dealer. She's insane in clan battle. Absolute premier clan battle unit. Very good in some kind of boss fights too. Specific dungeon boss fights, she can have her uses there as well. But I definitely think Hyori is deserving of this high tier just because of her pure raw power. Her DPS potential is insane. She hits very hard. Very worth it. And I do think she's kind of worth a 5-star. She's definitely deserving of it. Very powerful. And she rivals some of the DPSs, like the clan battle DPSs. So she's definitely deserving of that. She's very good. Next character I'm going to be putting into SS tier. This is like my least liked character in the entire game. I just despise her character design and I hate her personality. Even in the anime, I don't like it at all. It's going to be Rima or Lima. She is very good though. Don't get me wrong. She is an absolute beast in arena. She has that like stall jump ability in where she jumps into the fight like, I don't even know, like, what is it, 3 seconds late or something? So it gives you, like, some stall time. But Lima is insanely good in arena. She's an absolute monster in arena, and she will continue to be very good as the game goes on, and she just continues to be good. Rima is always a good option for a arena team, and she's going to consistently stay in that high tier slot. Now, I think the next character that I might put in SS tier or S tier is going to be either Pecorine. Now, Pecorine is a little weird. In my mind, I kind of want to put her down here, but at the same time, I kind of want to put her up here. So I'm just gonna, I don't know. It's kind of a hard decision. I think I'm just gonna put her in S tier. Pekarine does deserve it. Pekarine is a very, very good tank. Higher stars, of course, better the tank is. If you want to have a good tank, Pekarine is also a very, very good option, a good 5-star option. As time goes on, when she gets her 6 stars, she gets even better. But keep in mind, this is a May 2021 tier list. We're not doing a tier list to show who the characters are going to be the best in the future of the game, or Ray would be at #1 slot. Ray would be #1. But obviously, Ray obviously is not #1 because she's nowhere near the top S spots. As I said, Pekarine's very, very good. She does heal herself. She has insanely good defenses. But I think, you know, there's just better tank options out there. Miyako, I think, is a better tank option. Kuka is a better tank option. Jumna, of course, is a better tank option. Nozomi is a better tank option. So she's just kind of like a side tank option, like for like some kind of your Princess Arena teams. Like when you're not doing Battle Arena, you're doing those Princess Arena teams where you need to pick 3 teams. She can be a good tank option if you're missing like a June or something like that. But I definitely don't think that she's like super important as like these other characters. Like I think Rima or Lima is definitely a better tank than Pekarine is. And I just don't think that she has much value, as pretty much every other tank in the game is better than her. I do have my Pekarine at 4 stars, and I do think, in my opinion, that Miyako does better than my Pekarine. So it's kind of weird. That's just my own personal opinion, as I said, but she does deserve either this slot or this slot, but I'm just going to give her S tier because I don't think she's as good as any of the other characters here. And that's going to do it for Pekarine. The first character that I'm going to be putting in Ace tier is going to be Carol. I don't think Carol is as good as Pekarine. They're pretty much on the same playing field. I guess you could do this. I mean, I guess, you know what? I think I'll put her in S tier. I think I'll put Carol in S tier. Carol is very good. She does have that magical defense debuff. She can have her uses as a 5-star. She is very, very strong. As a 2-star, she's kind of weak. But she's still definitely kind of worth it. It's kind of sad, though, but she's still decent. And I mean, I think she deserves that spot. She is pretty decent. Don't get me wrong. Carol is definitely a pretty decent character. Lowering magical defense and physical defense is always a good ability. But I mean, other than that, there's other characters out here that just do her job better. Like that 2-star character. What is it? Akari, I think. Akari is her name. The 2-star character who's just a better defensive debuffer than her. Magical defense debuffer as well as support. So there's just like better options than Carol. But Carol's definitely a solid pickup. And the next character that I think we're going to move on to is going to be Kurumi. Kurumi is going to go into the A tier slot. Now, A tier slot for Kurumi, the reason why is because she can be a very, very good option. She does have insanely high HP. She does give that defense buff to all of her allies. She does have insanely good stun, so she is very, very useful in Arena. She's a very strong Arena option, but you just don't see her used much, really. I don't really see Kurumi's used much at all, like barely at all. So in terms of meta, she's not really meta-defining or anything like that. Like, you're not seeing her as much as Kokoro or Yukari or Lima in terms of, like, PvP overall usefulness. You're not really seeing her as much as these 3 on the top, which is why she's kind of lower here. But she is still a very, very good option. But I don't think she just compares to the other 3 PvP 1-star units. But she's still pretty good. Don't get me wrong. That's going to do it for A tier, I think. We're going to have one A tier character, and then we'll move on to B tier. The first B tier character is going to be Ray. Now, Ray is... The only thing I'd say she has her uses for is Clan Battle. If she's a high star, she can have her uses in Clan Battle. At 2 stars, she's just, like, kind of in Clan Battle, you know? Hiyori is just 10 times better than her in Clan Battle. Like, it's not even close. But she definitely deserves a B tier slot because I do think she has her uses in Clan Battle. And if she's a high star level, she can have some damage capabilities in some boss fights. But other than that, she has really no other uses until she gets her 6 stars, unfortunately. But there she is. That's Ray. I think she deserves that B tier slot. And I think the next character that we're going to be putting into B tier, there's a few decent options here, like, that could be in B tier, but I kind of want to just throw everyone else here into C tier. Like, every other 1-star, I kind of just want to do this for all of them right here. I feel like I could just do this, right? Because all these other characters on the bottom are not good at all until unique equipment, which won't be here for another 6 months. Or 6 stars, which won't be here for another 2 years, 3 years. So all of these characters at the bottom, I don't think any of them are particularly good anywhere. They can have some uses at 5 stars maybe, like if you're going against like a 3-star team. But like other than that, like they're just not that good at all, I don't think. As I said, all of these characters before their unique equipment or their 6 stars are pretty much just never going to be used ever. Yori, when she gets unique equipment, she will have some use in arena, but that's pretty much it. There's no characters in here. When she gets her 6 stars and her unique equipment, she will be like a Miyako killer. But other than that, you're not going to be using any of these characters. Even like Ray, I think Ray has more uses than them because Ray can be a decent clan battle option, like a decent quote-unquote clan battle option. She's not the best in the world. Like, there's 30 other DPSs that are better than her. Like, even a 1-star Hiyori is better than her. Kyori is better than her. Risa, Vegeta, they're all better than her at DPSing, right? She's like the worst DPS option, but she's still a good option nonetheless, right? But I think all these characters at the bottom, they just don't like they don't stand out anywhere. They have no good features at all. They're just bad. Like, honestly, as I said in my 2-star tier list video, I said that there's no bad 2-star. There's bad 1-stars, and this is what I was talking about. There is a lot of bad 1-stars, but I mean that's what happens when you get in a game like this, where obviously the lowest rarity characters, there's gonna be a few bad apples in there, and that's just how the game goes, obviously. And everyone does get buffed eventually with their 6-star and their unique equipment, so we'll see where they go from there. But I don't think this tier list is really any interchangeable. I think this is pretty much as golden as I can get it. In my opinion, this is pretty much as golden as I can get this tier list. I guess you could put her in the top tier or put her in the top tier. It depends on all in your opinion, but in like terms of overall usefulness throughout the entire game, I definitely think these 3 characters stand alone at the top. But I mean, other than that, this is my tier list for the 1-star tier list for the month of May. Let me know what you guys think of this tier list down in the comment section down below. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Let me know. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.